That's your ride. Y'all ready?
I catch you keep these cats with you.
And I am here with Dr. Stacy Worley, and we are out here at Possum Creek.
Yes, sir.
And we are teaching these young men to fish.
Yes, sir.
And many of them are what I guess in my time would be called city slickers. So they don't know.
That's a good way to put it.
They don't know too much about nature and fishing. But tell us a little bit about yourself and the program.
Well, I am. This is my first tenure here with the Office of Males of Color. I've been a Daytonian native, a graduate of DPS, graduate of Central State University, also a graduate of United Theological Seminary. I wanted to give back to our community and come back and share these young men and reach back and pull them and give them some opportunities that I feel that they needed to get out into the nature and learn things about how to take care of themselves and their family and how to fish for life, and also how to be engaging and have wholesome conversations with other young men like them, as well as adult young men who can share with them some things in life that they've experienced.
Yes, sir. And the overall Males of Color, what is the program? What's the purpose and the aim of the program?
The purpose and the aim of Office of Males of Color is to increase in their attendance, their behavior, their character, and also their grades. And what we want to do is develop young minds, prepare young men, and position them for a positive future in life. And that's our total aim. We want to give back and build these young men up and give them opportunities that they may not get on their own. So what we like to do is bring other men who, like myself and Mr. Shackelford, and some of the life coaches that have a vast amount of experiences from different facets of life, and we pour into them and let them see that some adult men care about them and value their work.
Mm-hmm. And the last question is, how can a young man, is this something that you recruit, or can a young man be put in an application for the program?
We are recruiting. We take recommendations from the principals, teachers. Their parents can call us. They can call us. They can reach out to us. There's a life coach in every school for DPS, whether it's fourth grade all the way up through 12th grade. They are in the schools every day, and then we do virtual learning sessions and engagement in the evenings.
All right, then. And is there anything else that we might have left out that you'd like to say?
We just want to have fun with the young guys today and see who can catch the biggest fish today.
All right, then. Well, thank you, Dr. Stacy. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for joining us.
All right.
God our Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for waking us up this morning. We thank you, Lord, for health and strength. We thank you for allowing us, Lord, the beauty of this beautiful day. Thank you for these brothers who have gathered in this circle of prayer. In your environment, Lord, your world. This is your lake. This is your place, Lord. Yes, this is your world. Yes. For we are your people and the sheep of your pasture. We just thank you this morning, Lord, for the opportunity to gather as young men, as mature men, to guide and direct, Lord, to just have some fun and fellowship. Be with us, Lord, as we learn how to fish, as we walk this journey together, as we grow and as we strengthen one another. Lord, we thank you that iron sharpens iron. So, Father, just be with us, guide and direct us, Lord, and be in our midst. We pray your blessing upon those of us, Lord, especially those of us, Lord, who are going through situations and circumstances. You know all about us. Just make a way as you only can do. In Jesus' name, we thank you. Amen.
Amen. Hey, check how you doing. Want to do some other folks that later. Everybody knows Shaq.
Everybody knows Shaq.
We're going to talk about.
Can we do something? Can we make this, hey, you young brothers, get engaged? This needs to be a circle.
Hey,
Come on, y'all need to move. Make a circle.
Y'all know your circle.
We never start without a circle. Circle means community. Check.
Check.
Y'all respond by saying check, check.
Check.
Come on, make the circle. Expand the circle. Y'all go back. Y'all go
Come
back.
on back, baby. Get in the circle.
Go back.
That's right. Let's do it right. Jack, thank you. I want to take an opportunity to say welcome as a advisor to this wonderful department that has become a part of Dayton Public Schools. Dr. Worley has been selected to continue to march forward with this opportunity to do what we're doing today. Bring people in our community out to watch you grow, to be an example for your growth, okay? These things that we talked about fishing and how to catch hold to certain things in life that I never forgot. I started with my grandson. I never forgot. I hope that it would be an example because it kept me off the street. It kept my son off the street. It kept friends of mine off the street. Peers like I am off the street. It didn't keep all my brothers off the street. I'm talking about my own brothers. So when you learn some things like this, it'll keep you off the streets. It'll keep you focused. When you find someone that's like a peer or a friend, there's a friends. They continue to go. I met this man 20-something years ago, this Officer Duncan. We have like things in common. We ain't seen each other in 6-7 years. All I said is come, he come. Peers, friends, communication, community is some of your things that you talk about, attitude, behavior, attendance, right? It's some of your core responsibilities, right?
Right.
Let me hear him, Shaq. Get him.
Check.
Check. Good. What I want to say is Fisherman Quarters downtown Dayton, right next to Stivers, has given you guys a fishing pole. What we're going to do this morning, we want to offer that pole to you, give it to you, it's yours. We're going to, how many have been fishing before? Let's talk about that again. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. Now you just became coach. Just became a coach. Okay? Because we're going to get going. We got 5, 6, 10, 12 dozen of night crawlers. And we have fishes moving out there. And we have some that's supposed to be the best. What's the name of that bait, Delvin? Sunnies. I don't know. We'll see if it's going to work. But what we want to do is break down, spread these poles out. Myself, people like Officer Duncan, Mr. Nelson, for the short time he'll be with us. My son, Joby. Everybody know Joby? Y'all see Joby from downtown at the front desk? Yeah. That's Joby. He hiding like a ninja over the other day.
He got ninja look.
Yeah, he looking good. But, and your coaches. How many of your coaches been fishing before? Raise your hand. Everything is an honest policy. You just became a coach, okay? So that's what we are.
Any of you brothers, you ever been fishing before?
Nope.
Oh, okay. How you feel about it today?
I feel really good. I want to catch big fish.
One more housekeeping
All
note.
right.
I feel, I don't know.
One more housekeeping note.
All right. How about you, brother? You ever been fishing before?
This is public
All right,
property.
then.
I have
All
a lot
right.
of private property I go to fish. I have not been turned down.
Hey, all right. How's it going so far?
Moved spots. It looks like this area is good. I saw someone catch a fish over there, so it's got to work. All I know is if you throw it out far, it gets good.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
All right.
I'm trying to practice my throw with.
Yeah, your casting looks pretty good. From what I see, you're getting it out there. Let me film you casting it.
Oh, I got that out. That actually went really far.
Yeah, that's excellent right
I
there.
think I could do this.
Let's see.
We're going to get you one like that. Break your pole. We'll have a story to tell.
Yes.
We got a challenge out here. Got the best caster. I'm standing on his left side.
And we are out here with Mr. Delvin Terry. And tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement in the Males of Color.
Thank you, sir. Again, I'm Delvin Terry. I'm Dayton Public Schools and the Director of Truancy Department. This is an initiative we have been working on as incentive for the young men from last spring. As one of the advisors to the organization, Dr. Worley and I have been talking. I've met with Fisherman Quarter last spring. I've had these 30 poles waiting on these young men who had good attendance and good behavior. And I understand we got about 25 or 26 of them out here today.
Yeah.
We wanted to follow through with these young men, make sure that we stand with our word, and it's a part of the growth process with them, and teach them something about the outdoors.
Yes, yes.
Yes. We met with Children's Medical, and I got Dr. Worley involved. I met with them last spring to continue that process. Mr. Greg Nelson, who just left, was a nutritionist out there, one of the managers, associate of ours, and they provided the food. And that's what we is out here today to. He's a fishing friend.
Yeah.
He's a mentor with some of the young people. He's in culinary arts, and you see him helping the young men with the poles and the hooks, and just trying to teach them some life skills, some outdoor traits, and hope one day, man, that it keeps some kids off of the street.
Absolutely.
It did it for me, and
Yes.
you know, I always was able to find something in the outdoors to do, growing up through school and athletics, and it was a good thing to learn patience,
Yes.
self-control, and a hobby.
Right, absolutely. Now, some of these young people, most of them, have never been fishing.
Right.
They've never really been out in nature, really, some of them.
Correct. That's the whole purpose of what we was doing.
Right, and so as you're teaching them how to fish, some of them were even afraid to touch the worms.
Yes, they were. And I showed them some waxworm. They said, that's maggots. I said, no, that's a waxworm. That's an experience for them.
Right.
And they asked my son, this is my son Delvin, he's been working along with them. Last spring, we were able to do something a little different. I brought some pheasants, some game bird, and partridge over to the school over at Ponus, and we're outdoors. My son has a program. He has his own called the Houndsman of America, and he's been in a few podcasts and a couple magazines, and he just likes to share this with young people like I did for him.
Press your release on the back. All right. When you hit your release, pull your plastic tab out. The plastic tab, young man. The plastic tab right there in the front. Hit your release.
We got you, bud.
Hit your release right here. Use your thumb and hit your release. Once you do that, it'll release the string. All right. Now, one thing you're gonna have to do before you get to the first loop is to what? You got to bite off your string. All right. If you don't got a nice little pocket knife, some scissors on you.
There you go, Devin.
All right. You got to bite it off.
Bite it off.
All right. All right. When you got your string all the way through, raise your hand. When you got your string all the way through, I want you to raise your hand. Someone to be there to help you. You guys got your string all the way through? Now feed it out to where it's about, you can bring your hand and your string down to the end of your rod, to the handle of your rod. All right. I want you to take your float. You take your float. I'm going to come up so y'all can see. You see how you can pull that back? So you can pull your spring back on the float. Can you see that? The spring on your float. Spring on your float.
I use them, but I bring them.
And I am here with the one, the only, Brother Marwin Shackelford. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you inviting me out here to videotape this powerful program, The Males of Color. Tell us a little bit about The Males of Color, what you want to get out of it, and your role in The Males of Color.
Yeah, well, Office for the Males of Color. I'm the lead coach, and it's 9 of us led by Dr. Worley. And one of the things that we're trying to do is just develop young minds and to build young men, specifically African-American boys, into being great men. One of the things that we say is that good, better, best, never let it rest until our good is better and our better is our best. We want them to be their best. We want them to be more than role models in our community, but to be entrepreneurs, to be leaders, to be builders in our community, to help make a difference. So what the Males of Color says is that there's 4 character traits that they have to have. And those character traits is brotherhood, scholarship, integrity, and honor. And it starts by honoring thy father and thy mother. Your days will be longer. So we want to teach them honor. We want them to one day to leave a legacy for other young men to follow.
And this is a powerful program that you have going on out here, because it takes the young men out of their comfort zone, and it just teaches them a new skill. And you know, many of us, we've never been out of the city. We've never been in nature. So tell us about how this all came about.
Well, we have 31 young men, and Devin Terry brought this to our attention last year, Males of Color, but we weren't able to do it. So this year, I just thought that it was important to do. So I went back to Mr. Terry and said, look, we need to do it. Because for me, when I think about fishing, I think about fishermen of life, that we want to teach them how to fish so they can go get their own fish, and they don't need somebody else's fish, so they can eat on their own. So the goal was for them to be self-sufficient. The goal is for them to be independent. So we want to teach you how to fish, you know. And so Nietzsche talks about the how and why, and in reverse, the why and how. You know, that if you understand, if you have the why, then you have to have the how. And this is the how proportion of it. How do you fish? So you can cook your own fish. And I'm using basic terms because that's how it really is. We want to teach you. We don't want to keep giving you fish. We want to teach you how to fish, and that's what this does.
Absolutely. And you know, life is about experiences, and I think that this is a powerful experience. And what other, if you have scheduled out some experiences that these young men will go through?
Well, with Commissioner Mills, we're talking about teaching them how to play golf. We're working with the Boy Scouts to teach them how to survive in this type of environment, how to use a compass, you know, how to start fire. Some other things that we do that I love the most, for me, is rites of passage, because rites of passage concentrates on spirituality, critical thinking, self-discipline, respect for nationhood, and familyhood, and respect for elders. So we want to be able to teach them those core things. We're working with restorative passage with Darren Bell. That's one thing. We're talking about mentoring with Jane McEwing and Sean Walton Jr. Sean Walton Sr., I'm sorry. So a lot of different things. Anything that gives them responsibility. That's what we're doing. We're giving them responsibility, because a lot of times people think that maturity starts with age. No. Maturity just don't start with age. Maturity starts with responsibility. And so we're trying to say that here is responsibility. You are responsible for yourself, you're responsible for your family, you're responsible for the community.
And many of us, you know, you said a phrase, rites of passage, right? And that's something that, you know, as a people, this has been our culture, but of course our culture has been lost. Can you explain the purpose of rites of passage? What is that?
Rites of passage, one of the things, a chant I like to say is, we were born males, not men. We will become men when we learn the art and science of manhood. Rites of passage teaches the art and science of manhood, or the why and the how, once again, of manhood. And it takes a little boy, and it helps him transition into manhood. And anytime you watch the original Roots, you see it started that way with manhood. If you watch Mandela went through rites of passage when he had the white paint on. The white paint is sort of like symbolic for here is responsibility. That's why rites of passage, and people always want to question rites of passage, but when you talk about the bar mitzvah, you talk about the bar and bat mitzvah, the Jewish community, you have to go through rites of passage where young ladies at 12 accept womanhood and young men at 13 accept manhood, meaning you, once again, that word, you are responsible for you and those around you.
And I guess one last question about this experience is that you talk about these individuals who are in high positions, they have good paying jobs, they're important in the community, but yet they're, you know, around these young men. How important is that that these professionals, mingle with these young men?
It goes back to mentoring. Mentoring is so important. People don't know mentoring and woman-toring because women don't have to be mentors, right? My mother used to say, for a boy, most of the time, his first mentor is a woman. So woman tours. So it's so important to have mentors / woman tours to be in your life so that you don't make the same mistakes. A mentor job is to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes. But I'm gonna go a level higher, which we do with the Street Soldier program. We call it soul models. Once you mentor, it's role model, mentor, soul model. Because what a soul model does is they model their soul. They live by their soul. That's why they call it soul food, soul brother, soul sister, right? Is that you're modeling your soul, and that's the highest level you can get to. But it starts with being a role model. Then transition, I'm a role model. Now I'm a mentor. Then I'm a soul model. And so it's just so important. But if you don't go through like the rites of passage and stuff like that, you don't even know the significance.
I netted him in. My uncle right here caught him. But
Wow.
I netted him.
Pick him on up a little bit.
Can I pick him up? Yeah, because he's making his way to the water.
Right.
Look at that, brother.
Nice
Got a
catch.
fish. I didn't really catch him. I pulled the net. Uncle caught him. That's all right. All right. Look. This is our bait, Steve. We're using red chicken. And Commish said as soon as he buy one, as soon as he catch one, he got 5 for him.
Wow.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
All right, brother Andrew.
Huh?
How's your experience going out here?
Good.
All right. How's your casting going? You getting it down?
Yes.
All right then. Yeah. Is this your first time out here fishing, or are you an experienced?
I'm
Okay.
experienced.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, we're gonna see you catch a big one, right?
Andrew.
Yes.
All right. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, you got to keep your eye on the bobber.
He watching his line. You
Yeah.
gotta watch his line. That's
All right.
all right. Thank you, brother Andrew. Appreciate it. Let's see what they're doing here.
I ain't bring my pair of plow. You bring my pair of plow. You got my pair of plow. Great time.
Should be able to wiggle it down.
I go this way. Yeah, you grab that right fast again. Go straight.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Gotcha.
Here.
How deep you go? Oh, them is the ones you caught already?
Yeah.
God.
Let's see. Let's see which ones we're gonna catch. Wow.
One more I'm going
How
on.
long you been out here?
That thing is when y'all had a meeting.
What?
Yeah, when y'all had a meeting, I came right past y'all.
Just how you get so many fish so fast?
I just put red Kool-Aid on it.
Okay.
On a chicken breast.
Oh, okay. That's why it's so red.
Yeah. It's red cherry Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Some people use strawberry, but I use cherry.
And is it that the flavor or something?
I guess that's what it is.
Uh-huh. And they bite real fast, it looks like.
When they're hungry, they bite it.
Right. Okay. When's the best time to come out here and fish?
There ain't no certain time.
Ain't no certain time. Okay.
Some people come in the morning, some people come at night, some people come in the evening. Ain't no certain time.
It's
but
just
fish bite.
because the fish are not like a nocturnal or anything like that. You can catch them anytime.
Right, any time of day.
And
Nighttime.
what's the best method to go about catching a fish?
Now,
I know you have to be patient, but
Yeah,
is
you
there a certain? Do you need to cast the rod? I mean, what would you call that at the end? I mean, I know you got the hook, and then you have what's the yellow and orange part?
Now you got me on that right here?
Yes, sir.
That's just a bobber.
Bobber. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is that? What is that used for?
Just let you know when the fish take it down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. They just tell you when the fish take that bobber down. Then you're supposed to have a fish on. I mean, you always got it, because sometimes you miss it.
Okay. All right then. So and then you say, I guess the best time. There's no best time, but as far as the method is concerned,
right?
The method would be just being patient, or
just being patient.
Because you can, I can stand right beside you, don't catch nothing.
Okay.
I can be catching, you still don't catch anything.
Yeah.
If it's meant for you, you don't catch it.
You just can't be discouraged. You just gotta come on back.
Right. That's all I can do.
Now, as far as fishing, I know they were saying that in certain situations you need a license and in others you don't. What situations?
In certain areas, this area, you don't need a license up here.
Okay.
Now, you go to some other lake, like Rainbow Lake, you don't need no license.
Okay.
But you go out to like these other lakes, like Lakeside and all them kind of lakes, you need a license to have a license over there.
Okay.
Yeah, just all depends what kind of lake you go to.
And how much are the license?
It varies on the age.
Okay.
Yeah, they can run anywhere between 25, 23.
Okay.
It just all depends on the age and how many years you want. Now, I ought to get 1 year, and I only, but on your age, like I'm 71 now, but I only pay like $15, $10.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but you will probably cost you more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
your age. Yeah.
Ah, I see. They take advantage of your age there, don't
Right,
they?
because some people that even 75 and 80, they don't have to pay nothing.
Wow. Okay.
But they ain't got that for us no more. When I get that age, they probably do have to pay.
Right. Right. What type of fish can you catch out here?
Just about everything. You can catch crappie, you catch trout, and trout ain't even stocked yet, but trout, they start stocking trout maybe later on.
Okay.
That's probably later part of the money, probably start trout.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll start stocking catfish, but catfish already be in here already. And once you put even fish still in here. And they have crappies out here too.
Okay. And you can take these on home and cook them up and eat them, can't you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That sounds really good. Are you going to cook the catfish here today, or?
I'm not going to cook. I'm going to take and give it to my friend.
Okay. Okay.
Just get come down and give it to him.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
But you can't eat them. They're good to eat.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're like a farm-raised catfish. You know, they get them like some area, and they bring them up and dump them in. They just stocked it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just stocked them yesterday, Friday. They stocked every first Friday of the month.
Oh, okay. All right.
All year round.
And so can you cook the fish pretty good, or you get somebody else to cook it for you?
No, I cook my fish good.
I'll be right on over then. Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Appreciate it. And I am here with Mr. Robert Brown. Greetings, Brother Robert. How you doing today?
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. And your involvement in the Males of Color?
Yeah, I'm one of the life coaches within the Males of Color. I'm primarily over on the East End.
All right. And then a life coach, what does a life coach do?
Well, we're actually a mentoring program where we make sure that these young men stay on task, and we prepare them, help them navigate through these trying times, trying to prepare them for the next level.
Yes, sir. And as far as a life coach, how important is a life coach to a young black man, especially today?
It's absolutely critical because, sometimes we can bridge that gap. Sometimes some may have absent fathers, maybe. Some just need somebody to talk to as a big brother. And we just fill in those gaps, make sure that these guys know they got somebody they can talk to.
Yes, sir. And what type of experience, or what do you believe that the young men will get out of this experience?
I think the best thing they're going to know is that they found somebody that actually cares, and that they're somebody that's going to be present in their life, and so I think that the main thing they'll probably get is probably the ability to take what they've learned and help somebody else later on.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And as far as, being a part of the program, how can a young person be a part of this program?
Well, they can go to the DPS website and find the Office of Males of Color, and they can call Dr. Worley or email him and just, ask their parents to do it, and just, we accept everybody. Mm-hmm. We're basically 4 through 12, but if we got some youngsters that want to be involved, we stay inclusive with them as well.
Okay. And are there other programs that you have lined up that you know about right now?
As far as activities go?
Yes, sir.
We got a few things coming up, boy. We got something for the elementary schools that's coming up later on this month. It's really going to be nice. It's going to be science-based. And then there's a middle school piece that we putting together. I think it's going to be a virtual kind of a game night situation virtually, which I think they express some of those type of activities. So.
And who comes up with all these creative ideas?
Well, we all kind of brainstorm, but Brother Abdeen Lewis is probably spearheading most of the activities. He's one of our coaches, and he's very into making sure that we stay ahead of the program and not wait until one end and then try to start another one. So we have plans, plan it all the way out through the month.
All right. Well, thank you. Is there anything that you'd like to end with?
I'd like to appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
And look for great things for the males of color. And if you want any of your sons, daughters, cousins, nephews to be involved, just reach out to the Office of Males of Color.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. And we are here with my brother. What's your name, young brother? Evan. You caught a fish. I think you were the first one out of the whole crew. How you feeling?
I'm just chilling.
All right then. All right. Now, how did it feel? I mean, when you cast it in and you start feeling the tug, what did the excitement? How was you feeling?
I don't know. I was just feeling normal.
Normal?
Yeah.
You just cool, calm, and collected, ain't you?
Yeah. I'm just chilling with it.
Hey, but how does it feel you catching that fish though?
I felt good for it.
Yeah, look at that. That's a big size. That's a nice
It's
one.
a big one, actually.
Was it hard reeling it in and everything?
Yeah.
Just gotta do some more push-ups there.
The fish are a little stronger than they look, ain't they? Even though they're in water, you would think it'd be easy just to pull them out, but it wasn't, was it? Okay, then how long did it take you to pull it out?
Like 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, all right. Was it close to the bank or was it further on?
Close. It wasn't close, but it was close.
Okay. Now what you about to do with it? You about to fry it up in the pan?
No, I don't eat fish. Well, I eat it, but not like that.
I was just playing with you. Well, let me get a picture of you holding it up, my brother. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. That's nice. Just like one of those TV shows. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, come on. Let me get you. Just learning.
All right.
I'm getting ready to cast right now, so I'm gonna step to the side. Let
Okay.
You film.
Yep.
But this been great for me.
Okay. Let's see this cast. Oh.
Just learning how.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, introduce yourself and let us know about your affiliation with the program.
Okay, I'm Dr. Harris, William Harris. I'm on the school board, and just glad to be out with the males of color, just to support our young people, support our coordinator, and just be a part of trying to change lives for young people.
Absolutely, and you opened us up with a beautiful prayer, and from there on, you know, these young men are experiencing something many of them have never experienced before.
Absolutely, myself included. So this is the first for me going fishing. So, you know, I'm excited
Yes, sir.
just about being here and sharing with them.
So you can really share, I think, some of what they're experiencing with their first time. So how's your experience been so far?
My experience has been great. Just learning, number one, how to put together a fishing pole.
Yeah.
I mean, just as elementary as that is, you know, and learning how to cast. So
Yeah.
It's been exciting for me, and you know, if I don't catch anything, that's fine too. Just my first time.
And the professional fisherman that I interviewed, sometimes he said that sometimes he'll come out and won't catch anything either.
Okay.
I guess it's just one of those things where you have to be consistent and persistent.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
sir.
that's good to know.
So there is a slight learning curve to fishing, ain't it?
Yes. Yeah, there is. Yeah. But I think you got to have patience. So I need some patience in my life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about your position or this program?
Well, I think the program is in good hands. Dr. Worley has come on. We are happy to have him leading us and his team. And we want to support them as best we can as a board. And I'm sure the superintendent feels the same.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
Let him use that right hand sometime, Devil.
Devil, you getting that on film, right?
I ain't got nothing.
We need that on film now. Watch behind you.
Hold it. Let it go. Don't let the whole rod go. There you go.
Yeah, all right there. Now, real tight.
Tighten that up.
You hear it? Boom, it's locked. Just sit there now. All right. We do two things. We hold, we lay down. All time we move, and let bobber go.
And we are here with three powerful brothers, and we'll start with yourself. If you could introduce yourself and just tell us about your role in the Males of Color.
Yes, sir. I'm one of the coaches at Stivers, and also at Bellhaven and Valerie Elementary. And it's just an awesome feeling to give back and be out here with these young men today. And just the whole goal is to bring us all together.
And you're a coach?
Life coach.
Life coach?
Yes,
and what's your name, my brother?
Tony White.
Okay, Mr. Tony. All right. And yourself?
How you doing? I'm Mark DeWitt. I'm one of the coordinators for the African American Male Initiative at St. Clair Community College.
Okay.
Just happy to come out with today, Men of Color. DPS graduate, Meadowdale 94. My son wanted to come out. He's at Stivers with Tony. And I said, all right, man. So I called Dr. Worley and told him I'd come out here this morning. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. It's experiences that we need for these young men.
Yes, sir.
Keep them plugged in, keep them interested.
Absolutely. And yourself, my brother?
How you doing? I'm Coach Darian Howard. I'm over at Thurgood Marshall. Also with Wagaman Middle School and Edison Elementary School. I just think this is a great opportunity for these kids to get something out of the normal element, get them to experience something different, something else that Dayton has to offer, not just the normal video games, things like that. Get them out here and get them around some positive people.
And I have a question, I guess, that all three of you can answer from your different perspectives, and that is, what do you all feel that young black men need today to put them on the road to success and across every different field, mentally, spiritually, and physically? Anybody can?
That's a good one. I would say brotherhood. Brotherhood, community, of course, faith, as you said. And of course, what we're here for as a life coach is a great mentor, just to guide them on certain situations that they may run into.
I think experience is important. A lot of brothers are tactile. They need hands-on. So this is a great example of how to get young men involved. It's something that, like Tony said, takes them out of their element, takes them a little out of their comfort zone. It just exposes them and teaches them something. I thought something that was really powerful was there was an older brother out here fishing, and they're like, man, ain't no fish out here, ain't no fish out here. This man wheeled up the cooler, and he done caught 5,
right,
6, 7, 8 pound catfish, you know. And so it's just experiential learning. You know, they need to be see some things hands-on. They need to see somebody more experienced than them quietly lead them. And so it's just a great opportunity for them to grow if they're paying attention. And so it teaches them and it kind of challenges them. And they've got great mentors out here.
Yes, sir.
City Commissioner Jeffrey Mims came out. Dr. Worley, all these coaches that the Men of Color program has brought out here. It's just important. It's important to see some of these people in a different light. You know, I'm sure every time they see Mr. Commissioner Mims, he's in a suit. You know, see him out here in his chucks and jogging pants and just, you know, out here to fellowship with him, man. It's important that they see the value in that, getting together anywhere other than the element that you're accustomed to being in. So at least teach us lessons, man. My 15-year-old's out here. Ethan's out here somewhere.
Okay.
Trying to catch a fish with his guys. But I think these experiences grow them, not, like you said, not just from, you know, hanging out, but learning something and, you know, seeing people in the community. Bill, you know, former president of Dayton School Board, you know, just out here fishing.
Right.
Just out here hanging out with the fellas. And it's valuable, and they need to understand that. Iron sharpens iron, so you need to learn to fellowship with other men and understand what's going on.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
I would say one thing these young men need more than anything is probably consistency.
Definitely.
Like brothers like myself, Brother DeWitt, Brother White, and everybody, Males of Color, everybody here right now, they need that. They need something. They need us to be here through and through. That's probably one thing that a lot of these kids don't have in their life is consistency. They don't have a solid support system that's always there for them, that's always got their back, that's always got their best interests at heart. You know, so we're just basically trying to give them that consistency that keep them prideful, keep them persistent into their goals.
Thank you, brothers. I appreciate y'all. Anything y'all want to say before we close it on out?
you know, from Sinclair Community College and from the higher ed ranks, you know, we need the Men of Color program. We need the DPS Men of Color program. I need the Men of Color program. You know, I'm a proud DPS graduate. I got it from Dayton Public. You can get it from Dayton Public, and we'll show you how. And so we're just glad to be out here with these young men and see what happens.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate y'all. I'm here with City Commissioner Jeff Mims, and greetings, brother.
And greetings to you, too.
And what is your involvement, I guess, in the Males of Color?
Well, you know, we started the program about 7 years ago, the city and Dayton Public Schools, to address some of the issues that young black men are experiencing that has them at the lower end of too many of the achievement factors. It was a program that was initiated by President Obama in 2014, and we sort of followed up on that. The city has made some changes, so has the school system. The school system now has a program called Males of Color with Dr. Stacy Worley, who was one of my mentees in 1987 when he was a senior in high school. So it's something that I do all the time in terms of working with young black men across the city and across the area to help make sure we put them in a position where they can be successful and make a positive contribution to society. You know, one of the phrases that we like to use at different times, we have all different types of mottos and phrases, but one that I like a lot that President Obama shared with us was 3 A's. That's attendance in terms of school and everything that you do, attitude, make sure you have the right type of attitude, and those two things together equal achievement. So from that perspective, if each young person takes those 3 A's into everything that they do, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's at home, whether it's on the basketball court or the soccer field or the football field, it doesn't make a difference. If you're making those efforts in those particular ways, you will be successful.
And how important is this program as far as the young men interacting with some of the counselors and coaches that are out here?
Oh, it's very special because it helps them see that we care about them as well. Way too often, sometimes we have young men who are in doubt about whether or not people really value them, value where they come from, value the experiences that they have. And when you have positive men of the community, African American men who have been successful, take the time on a Saturday morning to come out with those young men and work with them. Right now it's fishing. In a week or two we're going to be doing a golf unit. So whatever it is that we're doing with them, it shows them that we value them first as a human being and then second as a positive entity for society.
Yes, sir. And I guess the last question is, out here with the young men fishing, are you going to cast your rod?
Well, you know, I'm going to do something. You know, my luck with fishing has not been that good. When I was in the military, I caught a fish with a safety pin in survival school, and that was because I need to eat. But other than that, I generally do my fishing at the supermarket and the fish store.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Commissioner. I really appreciate your time, and we look forward to talking to you maybe a little bit later today.
Certainly.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the importance of us, you know, that generational gap type of thing, where, like you said, we're disconnected from those who have the experience, those who have the wisdom, you know, and handing that down. Can you talk about that? How can we bridge that?
The way that we bridge it is something that I've been doing is that, and you know this a lot, my mother, who raised 64 foster kids, who mentored over 1,000 women in white. My mother taught me something. She taught me the difference between a baton and a torch. See, the baton goes up to about 25 years old because they say that's when your cortex and all that other medical stuff come together and you start thinking like an adult. And I'm experiencing that now with my nephew at 18. I'm listening to his thinking and I want to get mad like, no, he's only 18, right? My mother said that you pass a baton, but the goal is never the baton. Once they grab a baton, then you can pass pass a torch. It's the difference here now. You pass the baton, you get the baton. Once you start thinking like an adult, there go that word again, being responsible. I now can pass a torch, but a lit torch, not that artificial torch that blinking on. So when I pass that torch, you're supposed to grab that torch, learn everything that I got. Now, if you learn everything that I got, and you're 20 years, you don't 20 years younger, you don't just come to my level. You go past me. We're the only ethnic group, the black community, don't teach our kids to be greater than us. But when I pass you that torch, I expect you to run past me. And then maybe how I have to bring you up, you might have to grab my and bring me up. Better example, if you watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and then his college basketball coach, the living legend, okay, I watched Kareem Abdul-Jabbar holding his hand. Well, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in college, Coach Wooden held his hand. So you're supposed to be better. So the way that we do it is we accept that it's our, that word again, responsibility to pass a torch. To pass a baton in order to pass a torch. So you grown, so you become part of stuff like the Council of Elders. You become warriors. You become nation builders, and you become elders. You know, the warriors is reaching for the torch from who? The nation builders. Nation builders like I am and you are. We're reaching for the torch from who? The elders. But once we got it, we automatically got a responsibility to. Does that make sense? That's what our community has to do. Yes. Now, I've been fortunate because I'm a part. Oakland made me. I'm in their Council of Elders now in Oakland. Oakland, for those that don't know, is the blackest city in the United States now. They're the most radical city. So I'm a part of them now. And I shared this with them. So that's what needs to happen in Dayton. And that's why hopefully that you cross over and become a nation builder, because we can't worry about what everybody else is doing. It's going to have to start with guys like us. And that's one thing that I do is I don't worry about what everybody else is doing no more. I don't have time for it. People, I got to worry about what I'm doing, because in the end, I do believe God's going to hold me accountable.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Powerful words. And is there anything that you would like to close out with that we may not have discussed?
Just if you got young men in Dayton public, then you want them to be the office for the. You want them to be a part of the office for the males of color. You want them to be a part of it, because with the boss, Dr. Worley, and the stuff that we do, you see the men here. We got 32 boys here. We got, I think, 13, maybe more, but at least 13 men here. They're out here socializing and learning a skill that they didn't have, and so you want them to be a part of the males of color, because this is just the beginning.
All right, then. Thank you, Brother Marlon. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.